Hey everyone, this is Cindy Emmy. If you watch any of my other diamond painting videos, this will look like a new setup because technically it is. But if you've watched any of my early videos, this table will look familiar. My mom is turning the well, it's not really downstairs. It's a rec room, kind of couple steps, giant room, kids room, whatever, into a craft room for the two of us. So we took my dining room table from my old apartment when I moved away. When I came back from college, it ended up just some of my college stuff ended up staying at my grandparents' house, which we're now getting ready to sell since my grandfather died. And the rest of the stuff just stayed in what is the rec room that we're turning into a craft room, but is been for the past 7 years a junk room. And probably it's roughly 10 years now since when I went to college. It was 2010 was my freshman year. Not important. Just as I'm trying out a new setup. I probably will not know how this sounds until I listen to it later, because the difference in this setup to my old one was my old one on a rolling table desk in my room on top of my bed, because I can't really film on my actual desk because it is clear glass and I don't really want people to see what I'm if I want to film a video of a diamond painting or something, I don't want people to see if I'm wearing pajama pants. I'm wearing sweatpants right now, but don't really need to know that either. But yeah, so I'm trying this new setup, and the camera is from the other way I did the videos. The camera came from this direction on a stable thing. So even though the camera was in the viewfinder and stuff, it was the way I saw it. The camera was coming from a different direction. So the mic, I'm not 100% sure on the GoPro where the mic is. I think I have suspicions, but then I look at it and there looks to be like another place, and I could just look it up. I really don't care. I'm trying to save up money to get an adapter for my GoPro, or to get a new GoPro, because the adapter for my GoPro to hook up my awesome mic that I use on my computer when I'm doing videos and things, which y'all rarely ever see anymore. Those get sent to friends. I have a lav mic, and it's a really expensive adapter to get one for a GoPro, and I don't really want to pay that. Oh, popping drill. All right, so yeah, so now on this table, it's coming from this direction, and so's the light. So I might be playing with the light this whole entire time. We'll see. This will be the first video. It's the first time I've had the whole entire house to myself in a while. And I don't really like filming when other people are in the house, because I don't like to sound like a weirdo talking to myself. So yeah, I have been working on a bunch of notes on this painting, and you hopefully will be getting a bunch of videos, because while the house is free, I'm going to be videoing. So first up is the Staroar Lighthouse finished diamond painting. Specifically my dad loves this more than I do. I love it, but I mean, he apparently loves it. I got this because if y'all see my other diamond painting videos, like the Pawpaw's painting was the first one I actually ordered myself. I had done a ton of research, but it just wasn't coming. It wasn't coming. So I had ordered this one, and it came within 2 days. And then when I was like halfway done with this, the Pawpaw's painting still wasn't coming, so I ordered the one I'm working on right now, which is Diamond Art Club. But this one I got on Amazon. It'll be linked below. I'm trying to keep some of these from popping. I really did like this painting. And let's go to my notes, because I am trying to stay organized. My brain, as a friend of mine who drove with me back home from college once said, my brain reminds her of a pachinko machine. It'll pop around places in my head. Sometimes it'll come out and you have no idea unless you figure out how my brain got there. It makes sense in my brain, but not out loud. All right, so let's see. I love the colors. They're bright. Yeah, I have some residue that I need to take a toothbrush to, but not a ton. The drills generally are consistent, but when you put a light under it, I started noticing that some weren't, and especially when I got near the end, I definitely noticed, like, if I can't zoom in right now, but well, maybe I can. Hold on. No, I can't. My arm thing for my GoPro is like the strongest thing on the planet, and does not like being moved. It looks gorgeous in the camera, but like the black ones. I'm trying to talk louder. I don't know if this is gonna actually come up on camera. The black ones are like very inconsistent, and the pink and purples very inconsistent. The black ones generally tend to be, the 310 or whatever, are like, all of them are, they're either way too big, which is only a small portion of them, and the rest are way too small. And then the pinks and the purples, specifically the purples tend to be either the correct size or way too big, and the pinks tend to have, they're slightly too big or slightly too small. Like just slight enough that it does cause a problem when I was getting to the end. And for some reason I ended up doing this way, then I went over this way, and then I went down here and then over here. So my last section was this area, and because of all the pinks and purples in this area, I'm having some popping drills every now and then because I couldn't get ones that enough of them that were don't pop that were the correct size. And since I'm a beginner, I'm not 100% sure what the correct size is, except for that it lays straight. Like I noticed recently on my Diamond Art Club one, which I'm sorry, Staroar, I'm just mentioning Diamond Art Club because it's the only other company I know that I have a painting of that I've done. Because my first painting was, my mom bought it from Amazon, and I have no idea actually who the creator, or like who she bought it from or whatever. But so my only other experience also with square is Diamond Art Club, and my line of drills on the edge is straight, whereas this it's a wavy mess. But that does not mean I don't love this painting. I love this painting. It was a joy to do. It's like the drills inconsistency. Yes, it annoyed me, but not enough that I would stop doing this. It was literally a joy to do. There were some other things, especially in this section right here and over in this section. Let's see, I wrote down some of the symbols were hard to read. Like they would, like there'd be a lot of them that were good, and then there'd be some that were just like, you could get confused. Like the 154, it's an E. I don't know if you can see this. It's like the second one. Like the middle of that one would be faded, so I couldn't tell if it was an E or like a really weird C. The F, which is A11, which is pink. Hold on, I'm trying not to block the light. The A11 and the A16, I kept getting confused with because some of the T's, the left little bit of the top would be faded off, and so I couldn't tell if it was a T or an F. And some of the F's, the little line right there, would be faded, so I couldn't tell if it was a T or F. So there are some where I'm not 100% sure if they're in the right spots. Like legitimately, have no clue. That specifically right in this area, I'm not sure. There are two right there that I think actually should be this color, but Not sure. I went based on what I thought it said. Can't be sure. There was also, okay, hold on. The the lowercase e, had problems with fading. F, T, I already did those. The uppercase E and the G, yeah. I liked that it had this thing. Kind of wish my Diamond Art Club one would have this too, because I had to scan the, what I do with on top of my, little cases that hold my diamonds, I scan, the chart, and then I use my silhouette cutting machine and I cut this section out and put it on the top. I do size them down because these are too big, but so it's just easier for me to see and a lot less work for me. So my machine just does it. I like that this is separate. I like that it was really bright on the side. We are putting this behind a, I actually had to steal this because my mom had put it into on a popping drill. My mom had put it into a frame already. And that's how my dad saw it and loved it. Apparently he went on and on to my mom about it. He's not said a word to me, but he told my mom. I will be sealing this because of the popping drills. I know there is, some people are for it, some people aren't, some people are just eh. I'm going to seal this one just because of the popping drill situation. Sorry, my phone was buzzing. I'm going to seal this just because of the popping drills. But, that's just my thing. I might seal others, I might not. It's just depending on the painting. But again, overall, really like this painting. That's really all I can say. It's, inconsistent drills though, and some printing issues, but otherwise I really enjoyed it. It was just lovely to do. This has been Cindy Emmy with a finished diamond painting. I hope you have a wonderful week, and God bless.